We're driving through Soweto, and as somebody who grew up in a township myself, not necessarily this one, but obviously we know it's the most famous one in the country, but that aside, right, I was always that kid, like many kids now, I'm probably going through the same experience, where you're standing outside and you see this amazing machine drive past, and you think, wow, what is it going to take for me to become that person in that car? And it's a bit of a surreal experience being the guy in the passenger seat of this vehicle, in the driver's seat of this vehicle, and I'm sure and knowing at least that there's a child looking at me going, I want to be that guy. And I get excited for the story between where he is now and where he's going. And I pray for the moment for him when he's the one sitting in this vehicle and he is that guy. And that's an amazing thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. When it did that the first time, it threw me off because I didn't know it's got stop and go. And there it goes. Quick response, by the way. Guys will never admit it publicly, but this entire experience is what we actually want. Half of the reason we hustle outside of the need to be accepted and loved is to have that moment when you feel like you have grown. You are the person you've always wanted to be. And this vehicle is such a beautiful symbol of that. It represents hopes, dreams, ambitions, but more importantly, the attainment of those dreams, of those hopes and ambitions. So I love it. We need to see more of these in the township. We do have plenty, but the more the merrier. You know what I want to talk to you about real quick? It is the township. You might call it the township, you might call it the kasi, you might call it the ghetto, whatever part of the world you might be in, right? But the township is such a beautiful thing, and it represents two things for me. It represents, one, the resilient spirit of human beings, what we've overcome, irrespective of what part of the world we might have been in. It might have been apartheid that we've overcome, it might have been the Holocaust that we've overcome, it might have been slavery that we've overcome, right? The civil rights movement in the States. But the township embodies that, because here are people who went through some of the worst treatments that we as human beings have given to each other, and we're still standing and we're still fighting. The second thing that it represents for me that is so amazing is our enterprising nature. Go to any township, you're going to find a guy, a paisa kota, okay? Well, in the ghetto, you don't really get a kota, but you get what I'm saying. The businesses, the small businesses that are starting and are thriving. You look at this street, this is Vilakazi Street, right? In Soweto, Johannesburg, South Africa. And up that street, or up that road, is where Mandela's old house used to be. And we all know Mandela, I don't have to tell you who he is. And so you can imagine some of the things that happened on the street. But equally so, look at how beautiful it is. The township is a representation of resilience of us people. The second thing I said was that it shows us that we can be enterprising and be successfully so. And I love that about it. Wherever you might be in your little township, in your little world, right? Remember those two things. Be resilient and be enterprising.